If you're a freeway fan, we're just east of the 405. One of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. It's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
We'll go three tight ends here on first and 10.
Hey, ram. Set. Ready.
First carry here for Ryan Hampton. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one.
Brings up second.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Go.
Shotgun now for Herbert. He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco. Who's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up third and 6.
Baylor Tiger. Set.
From the gun, it's Herbert. He's got the open man. Here's McConkey. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. And the Chargers have the first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Here's Hampton. And he'll drive this one forward down to the 36. That's Michael Williams in on the tackle.
36-yard line.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Set. Let's go. Black 80. Black. Crowd right. 12. Set.
Here's Herbert. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. That is Jalen Tolbert. Touchdown Charger. It's his third touchdown catch this year. Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead.
Chargers 7, 49ers nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the
After
Chargers.
the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Purdy. going to get that complete. Jacoby Myers. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a
big-time play for the Niners. 32 yards.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
On first down, it's Robinson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 9. They'll go again with Robinson. They'll get him behind the blockers, get forward for pickup 3. L'Jarius Sneed in on the stop. Third and 5.
Get set.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. Third and short. Taken in, and a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
On fourth down, Purdy. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown, San
His
Francisco.
6th touchdown now for the season.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Set to kick
Each
off.
team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here's Darius Davis to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Set. Go.
They'll start on the ground with Hampton. That's going to be good for the Chargers first down as the tackle's made at the 36.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Lion. Play. Hey, Ray.
On first down, right back to Hampton. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is second and 13.
Motion. 21. Let's go. Set.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He's got the hook up downfield with McCarthy. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. It's a big one for the Chargers. 38 yards.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Set to go now on first and 10. this first quarter will come to an end. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this second quarter. They've got it with a second down and 10. Throwing, Herbert. Towards the middle, and that's Tolbert. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Crowd right. Let's go.
Throwing again, Herbert. He'll go right back to Tolbert. He's done it again. And the Chargers are going to have first and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
5 yards from the house. They've got it first and goal.
Set.
Now Herbert again. In trouble, and down he goes. Nick Bosa getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
So 3rd and goal inside the 5, Mike. Defensively, what you're trying to do is, of course, keep him out of the end zone. But the second step is don't allow them to have any decision about whether or not they want to go for it on 4th down. So now after that sack, they take the loss and probably leads to a field goal attempt. Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn into a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up 3rd down.
Herbert now on 3rd and goal. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Touchdown, LA.
And it really just comes down to the protection. You're sitting there 3rd and goal. You have to give your quarterback the opportunity, Mike, to work through all of his progressions, and you need time to do it. Then it just comes down to making the right read. Touchdown.
Makes the score Chargers 14, 49ers 7. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now from Oregon, this is Jordan James. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
The tackle by Derwin James. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. There's the big tight end pass. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield.
24-yard
First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
From just across the midfield stripe, Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Flush to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 2. Here we go.
Get set. Get set.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. Oh, strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. A gain there of 21. It's good for a Niners first down.
San Francisco.
Putting the tight end in motion. Running here is James. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break.
Get set. Get set.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. Pass caught left side by Fans. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
3rd down. Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Moving to his right. He'll try to run for it. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
4th down. There's no throwing the ball away. There's no giving yourself up. If you're going to turn yourself into a runner, you got to go get it. And that's exactly what the quarterback does here. He's able to put his head down, put his body on the line, pick up the 1st down, and keep this drive alive.
1st and 10 for Purdy. That's pulled in at the 2. And he's close to another 1st down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game. Everything.
And he'll take it on in. Noah Fant. Touchdown, San Francisco.
San Francisco.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. On the return, here's Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
380. Run. Let's go. Let's go. Set. Let's go. Let's go. Set.
On 1st down, Herbert. Moving outside the pocket. This timeout. You're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Hey, go Lion. But get him. Boy. Set.
To throw, it's Herbert. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more a snap here in this first half.
Brings up third down.
And you know defensively, when you go up against an offense of this caliber, Mike, you're going to have to defend against those deep shots. That's a big part of what this offense is built upon. So that's a nice job attacking and defending downfield when they're able to force the incomplete pass.
Ready.
This time they stay on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for
Could
the
not
Chargers.
ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. From the 6, here comes a return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
We'll go play action. Purdy. And this one's going to be intercepted. It's L'Jarius Sneed. And he is going to bring this one down. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown.
That's about as bad as it could possibly get. Like, really one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
His kick is good. Makes the score Chargers 21, 49ers 14. Cameron Dicker the kickoff for the Chargers.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. He fields it at the 8. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Take him down.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
On second down, Purdy. And this one's going to be intercepted. It's L'Jarius Sneed. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend that lead.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, the ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
Now the first carry for the rookie Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Charger first down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Herbert now on first down. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack. And we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Home to try.
Herbert to throw. And he's in.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. When you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield, it doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Cameron Dicker to kick off
After
for
the
the
touchdown,
Chargers.
here's Dicker out to send this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Back to throw. Purdy. Crushed. It's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go with James. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots. Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They'll go with Purdy. That is hard down the field. He's got it. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving. And then some.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points? All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch from contact.
Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. On the run to the right. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
I I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
Purdy to throw for it on fourth down. He's got a man. That's Myers. And he's going to have the 49ers first down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big game on fourth down.
First down in San Francisco.
On play action, here's Purdy. This is for the side of the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
San Francisco.
Lutz for the extra point.
Lutz lining up for the point after.
He's got it. And the 49ers are back to within 7. It's 28-21.
49ers 21. Will Lutz set to kick off.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. The return, here comes Davis. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10.
We go orange. Set.
This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Set. Hey, count, play, count. 59. Let's go. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Giamador Lenore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but what a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with first and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring them
to the goal line and in. Noah Fant. Touchdown, San Francisco. That his second touchdown tonight. The kick by Lutz is good. And the 49ers have come back to level things. It's 28 all.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at 23-yard line.
Return. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set. Go.
On first down, it's Hampton. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Run. Back. Set. Run.
They'll go again with Hampton. And that one going to be closed down to the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. Got a man, that's Tolbert. Now inside the 25. Wow, out of bounds, inside the 10. It's first and goal. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. The gain is 64.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They've got it at the 8. First down and goal.
Set. 380. Run.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Tie game, 4th quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to first and goal.
Delta. Set.
They'll run with Hampton. Down to the 4. It'll be second and goal.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and goal.
Set. Set.
Hampton. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
On the play. It's now third and goal.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down.
Delta.
Pacheco is in. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but once you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
The kick is good. Makes the score Chargers 35, 49ers 28. Cameron Dicker to kick
So the
off
lead is
for the
7 now.
Chargers.
Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This fielded at about the 9. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
On the ground, it is James to start the drive. Room to run at the 35. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 33 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
A first down throw for Purdy. Out wide, that's Robinson. And he won't get away. Good open tackle there to get him down behind the line.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Purdy now on second down. Forced out wide. Now he throws back over the middle. It is complete. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 31 yards. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. On the ground, it's Robinson. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
The ball carrier. DJ Reader brought him down. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Here's the second and 9. From the gun, it's Purdy. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
on third down. It's Purdy. Out to his right. And that is incomplete. Noah Fant was the intended target. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. Here's Purdy. He'll work his way out right. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the fourth. They will turn it over on down.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
Home troops right.
On the ground, starting to drive with Pacheco. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lion. 21. 59. Go.
Shotgun now for Herbert. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Mustafa. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with first and goal.
Get set.
Robinson. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal?
One more time, it's Robinson. And he will power his way into the end zone. Brian Robinson, touchdown, 49ers. That's his third rushing touchdown of the year. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Davis now to return it, and he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here is first and 10.
Hey, Ram. Set. 80. Set.
They'll start on the ground with Hampton. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Back at the 19-yard line.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
They'll come up now for second down.
59. Delta. Hut. Hey, please. Go, let's go. 21.
They'll drop to throw. He'll look deep, left sideline. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, They still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
On third and long, it's Herbert. Forced to his right. Now problems. He loses the football near his own goal line. And that's going to be scooped up in the end zone. A fumble recovery for touchdown. Here's Lutz now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the 49ers will go up by 7.
42. Chargers 35.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Got 21. Set. Baylor Tiger. 380. Set.
Herbert now on first down. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. Oh, great connection there, but they're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 45 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Go Lion, 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 Lion. Hey, easy, easy, easy. We'll go orange, 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 orange. Ready.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. They still have all 3 timeouts, and here we go with first and 10.
Baylor Tiger. Set. 380. Go.
He'll run, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially, it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Hey, Ram. Hey, Ray. Ready.
From the gun, it's Herbert. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius.
That's going to be caught. Last play for the young team. They get the 2-point conversion and take the lead here in the final minutes.
42.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. He fields it at the 8. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll come up for first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Flush to his right. He's got it! And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. all 3 timeouts left. How much that's going to matter remains to be seen. Here comes 1st and 10. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Now they get the timeout. Interesting situation. Do they kick it here or run the risk of getting in another play, possibly not getting it down in time? We'll see. Here comes 2nd down. The tight end motioning left here. Here's Robinson. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 4th down, 4th down. Here's a timeout. They will indeed take it with 5 seconds left. Chance for a field goal to win this game. Here comes Will Lutz in a big spot. This to win the game. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their 2nd. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. Here comes Will Lutz in a big spot. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
Well, there's no more pressure-filled spot for a kicker than that one right here, Mike. I mean, it's very simple. You make it, you win. You miss it, you lose. And what's he do? He comes through to not only give his team the lead, but most likely the victory.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Set.
Here we go. One final play. Now the ball thrown deep for Johnston. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish as this one will come to an end. So a win here for the 49ers. And this long winning streak showing no signs of slowing down. They put one more in the win column with yet another solid performance here. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL.